Andrew McCART, IFL TV in association with MTK Global. Delighted to be joined by, there we go, you got the t-shirt on there, John Thain. Normally I just speak to you in Edinburgh. It's the first time we've been in Belfast together. How's things?
Things are good. We're just a couple of days away from my contest in the Ulster Hall. I feel pretty good. I've had a really good camp. I've had to, and I do sort of think that I've been through a lot of different sorts, like many different emotions on the way to this fight. But I'm looking forward to going there and just showing people what I've got. Definitely.
Well, we spoke with each other. We've done nearly 20-25 minutes, I think, back in maybe the end of November, I think it was, and you were saying that you wanted a big fight. You think you've got one more big fight in you. You're coming up against Crocker, who's, I think he's 10-0 now.
Yeah.
He's quite heavy-handed. Obviously, young kid coming through. You're obviously the eldest statement. Jamie Conlon mentioned at the press conference. It's got two different stages of your career. How much have you seen of Crocker coming into this fight?
We've seen a few of his contests. We know that he represents. He is a dangerous fighter. There's no other way to say it. But also, I'm aware of the performance that I bring to this fight. Like I'm going to be showing people that I haven't just been wasting my time. Although it may look like like materially, it doesn't look as though I've come any sort of distance in the last 18 months, but I've been putting the work in pretty quietly, and it'll all come out on fight night, hopefully. Yeah, feel good about it.
Well, that's good. You've got a smile on your face, which is always good to see. Well, you've never not got a smile on your face, so
I've had it, and sometimes the hardest part is to smile through it all. It's people are like, oh, it's a nice guy, he's the nicest guy in the sport. Do you know, it's hard to be nice sometimes. Like, and to be honest, saying that, I don't want to think of it like I'm this victim of any sort of like injustice of like the business side of boxing. But really, I take ownership of my career now from now on. And if anything, if I could have done things better, especially concerning like my friends and family, maybe like pushing kindness and things. I didn't mean for the things like in the Filipino thing that we spoke about. I didn't mean for
people that don't know what we're talking about. Just go back to the last interview I did with you.
Oh yeah, sorry,
They can see what you're talking about. Yeah.
Aye, sorry. The Filipino deal fell through, and it kind of left me at a loose end, and it left me in a lot of people were I kind of relied on people on the basis of this fight that I would go and I'd be able to kind of repay people's kindness. People had actually let me have things, and it was just simple things that like debts do accrue. A training camp costs money, and it was. But we learn everything. It was a steep learning curve, and I take the knowledge that I've learned, that I've gained into the future, and I've find the positives in things that happen, and that isn't easy, but it's good. I can only thank my family and friends for staying by me and keep helping me keep my dream alive, because it didn't look that way a few months ago. It looked quite dormant. It looked desperate at times, and I didn't want to come off as desperate, like calling people out and stuff. Like it would look like begging for a fight almost. But really, I was just really withholding the belief, and holding a belief that I can still do this. I was just wanting an opportunity. That's all, and I've got one, so I'm grateful for that.
You said there that you're going to take what you know now to the future, the knowledge and what now. So just going back to the Crocker fight, obviously where he's 22 years old, 10-0. You're obviously a little bit older. I don't want to disclose your age.
What is?
But do you feel like the experience that you've got in your career right now? I mean, obviously fighting guys like Larry and Dio. You've fought some of the best fighters in the UK and Ireland. Do you feel like with that experience going into this fight, that will stand you in good stead, and probably experience might be a factor in this fight?
Yeah, we as boxers, we've got to take everything that we've gained from the past and use it as good as possible. And Yeah, I think so. It helps that I've done these longer distance fights, and I've been in these places before. Yeah, and it's if anything, it's exactly what I should be doing. Is using my experience, using my, well, I would say age, but I would say the time that I've had in this sport is, I believe I've used it wisely by not letting myself go out of shape and that sort of thing. And that's the responsibility that you have. You're gonna get older, but it's how you get older, and it's how you. And I try to be responsible in terms of like being in the gym all year round. Even if I'm just ticking over, it's better than me going out of shape. I want to.
To be honest, John, you're never out of shape. You're a freak of nature. I'm going to be honest with you.
Well, I love the sport, and I love training, and I'm fueled more by my love for it. And it's I could go on for days about how much I love training and everything, but it's for me it's the good life is when you feel fit and you feel strong, and for me that is happiness. I'm going for that.
Obviously, Lewis, what does a win at this stage in your career against another Lewis Crocker do for you? What does that do for you? I
think it's a great thing for me. I think it would vindicate me in terms of people that maybe thought my career was over, and everyone's entitled to their opinion. Some people thought that after my last fight that I should just stop there. People told me that to my face. Some like in other ways, but it's not. I try not to take it personally. That's not easy, but a win here would represent a successful return to boxing. It would be a great way to celebrate the journey of the last 18 months. It's been a lot of, tell you what, something that's easy to say is, I'm glad that loss happened, and I've said it a few times. I'm glad what happened, and I've turned it into a positive. I was forced to take a real good look at myself after the fight with Larry, and really without being negative, it was time for me to accept that I needed to learn more and become more if I wanted. Learn more if I wanted to become more, and if I wanted to get any higher, I have to become the student again in this sport. I can't be like thinking that I know it all. And so that's exactly what a win would represent. Would be a successful return, and everything's back on again.
Belfast crowd then. I mean, I've been at that Ulster Hall maybe 5-6 times now, and I think it's absolutely amazing. The atmosphere, obviously the Belfast fans, they know their boxing. I mean,
knowledgeable.
You're looking forward to the fight? You're nervous? What's your emotions right now?
Emotions right now, I'm just quite calm and relaxed. There's sometimes I think there's no need to really dwell on Saturday until Saturday. Sometimes because I'm just sort of, sounds quite hippie, living in this kind of moment. I'm just sort of staying where I'm just being right now, between the no longer and the not yet. I'm quite good with that. And those are not my words. I quoted them from a. I was
about to say that was quite.
Well, it's the space, and I'm in a good spot, and I haven't always been. But I feel relaxed. The Belfast crowd are knowledgeable. They will appreciate good boxing. They'll appreciate a good fight, and I think regardless of the result, if I walk out of there with the respect of that crowd, I know I've done a good night's work.
If you lose, do you retire?
To be honest, it's.
Or is that because I know you very well, John, and I know for a fact the love that you have for the sport. I'm sorry for asking that question and not letting you answer it, but I kind of feel, being that we are good friends, like we used to train together back at Loch End and stuff like that, I kind of feel like that you just love the sport so much that you just want to fight, and you just want the opportunity. You've been given the opportunity, even if when there's a draw. I still think that you're going to continue. That's my personal opinion, but I don't know. I'll ask the question again and let you answer it, I suppose. You lose, do you retire?
I don't think so. I don't think I'm going to lose.
Okay, there you go then.
I'm not even thinking of it in that way. I'm in control of how I perform. I'm in control of my attitude, my effort, and that's really. And I'm not really looking past those things. The performance that I give is all I'm really focusing on. Whether sometimes the results we've seen before where I've given a good performance and not got the result, and that made me want to stop. So really, I'm just like, yeah. And to be honest, I try not to dwell on that. Although I did mention it, but it'd be hard to come back from if I was to even think of it as that. But really, I'm just going in there. I'm going to give it my best, and you know something I've worked on. I've worked on a lot of different things in this fight, so it's not. It's kind of like it's a fresh start for me.
Well, I want to just jump the subject a little bit. Obviously, another good friend of ours who we used to train alongside is Josh Taylor. He's just recently signed a deal with MTK and Top Rank as a promoter. I just want to get your thoughts on Josh and this sort of deal that he's got.
He's an absolute superstar. A lot of the work that we saw for free, he's put in years of hard work. It's not an instant overnight. He's always 16-0 with all those titles and everything. The journey started when he was a teenager. I remember when he fought Jazza Dickens in Portobello Town Hall.
Oh shit, yeah.
Yeah, I remember, and he fought and they fought him I think the year before in the Grosvenor Hilton, and he lost both times. And honestly, you think his whole world had come down. He's a born winner, and when he came up short, it was like he couldn't handle. But that was like, there's nothing more important than winning. He is a true champion, and the funny thing is, it's when I fought Larry, the saying that you don't get that many messages when you lose is true. It's quite true. Although I did have a lot of nice messages, one of them came from him, and he didn't have to, and it was really nice to receive. I think it's a great thing that he's going to get the platform to become a world superstar, because he's got the work ethic, he's got the qualities that all fight. That everyone. I don't think there's been a bad Josh Taylor fight. Every one of his fights has been filled with drama. He brings power, he brings explosiveness, knockdowns, he brings a bit of needle. He is one of the best fighters, not just one of the best fighters, one of the best to watch in the world today.
I totally agree with you. Totally agree with you, John, as always. I mean, I could sit here and talk boxing with you all day. We have had loads of conversations about boxing, but I think tonight that we're going to go downstairs to the gym and do a wee training session, me, you, Danny and all that, so I'm looking forward to that. But I just want to ask one final question. What can the Belfast crowd expect from you on Saturday night?
I'm not sure. Well, I always knew this question was coming, and to be honest, it's not what I was before. I'm not going to be the same. I've got to bring something new to the crowd. I would like to think that I'm going to show everything that I've been working on. It's and that's not to put pressure, but it's just, I'm not the same old fighter I was. I'm older, but I'm not the same old fighter. I've been working, and I'm excited to show people that that there's still, I'm capable, very capable.
John, as always,
thank you very much.
Thanks for this Fight TV, brother, and let's go downstairs for the gym.
Thank you very much.
Thanks very much, mate. Thank you.
Cheers.
Gold Star Promotions is proud to present Floyd Money Mayweather. The man himself is coming to the UK for his UK tour, February and March 2020. For all info and tickets, goldstarpromotions.co.uk.